So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about an app that I think every person who uses the Sony FX3, FX30 or the Cine lens Sony's needs to know about, and that is Sony's Creator app. So the Creator app, what it basically allows you to do is, if you don't have anyone helping you, you can use it to frame yourself up and to shoot yourself, but then when I was using it, I used to notice that there was this red button that will pop up which says monitor and control. I never used it until recently when I pressed it, and it's basically a different app that has more functionality than the Creators app. With the monitor and control app, you have access essentially to your screen on your phone. So right now, I'll try to show you, but I'm literally controlling the camera on my phone, and I have access to a histogram. Like, it has different tools, screen recording it to help. So I have access to a histogram. I can turn it off. There's the waveform which just shows me how well lit I am. So right now you always want to be below you. So for exposure, you want to be around that 75, and you also don't want to be on 0. So this means my image is well exposed for what it is. And then from there, you can also use false color. So right now, if I'm looking at my false color, the image is currently, if I had just based it off of this, it's currently not well lit, especially me. But this also can be as a result of the fact that I'm using a lot. So when you base it off of that, I'm underexposed a little bit. You can see I'm on middle gray, which is also fine for the face, for the skin tone, but you slightly want it to be above gray, so in those areas. So from this we can tell my hoodie from down up here in the shadows, I'm a little bit underexposed. Blue literally means there's no light, that's just shadow, and that makes sense, especially like this part where there's no light. So my key light is hitting my face here, which is well exposed. And then the couch behind me is basically blue, which is also that. And then also the next thing that is in this app is you have your zebras, which just helps you to see. Like, I have a light coming through the window and it's overexposed. So it's quite a handy tool what this thing does. I get to see how much battery power I have. It's also good when you're on set. If you have a camera operator, you can see what's going on. And this is useful for when lighting and just setting up your exposure. And the other thing that I tend not to like is when I'm on set, especially on our low budgets where we don't have monitors and everybody crowds around the monitor. Instead of having that, I can give the director my phone or connect this to my iPad and give them and have them just look at it from there, and then we have less people on the screen. Another thing that I'm working on getting is a monitor for the focus puller, because you also want them far away from you so that you can focus on what you're doing without people in your space. But once again, this is an app that I think is very beneficial, and it helps whether you're shooting yourself, whether you're shooting in a scene with other people, just to monitor what you're doing. And I think that this is a beautiful thing that Sony did, and you can change a lot of things. Like right now, if I wanted to change the iris, I can open it more, like, look at that. I can do it from my phone and not have to stand up. I feel a little bit overexposed at this point in time, and then I'm like, all right, let's close it. Right now we're at 2.8. Let's go to 4. Like, I was shooting originally on the 4. Then you're gonna be like, man, I want it more darker. You can go crazy. Like, you can do whatever you want with this app, man. Like, it's beautiful. I don't think I can change EI. I can actually. I can change these things whilst recording. That's wild. So if I was to change my EI to this, and then now I've changed it while shooting, I can close it so that I'm not overexposed. And then we get more information in the highlights. We can do some crazy stuff. But at this point, I'm shooting at f.9, which is ridiculous. So I'll go back to my normal EI, which is 800 ISO. And then we'll open up back to f4. You have control to the shutter. This is not a zoom lens. I I don't know why it doesn't show me like if I'm well exposed or not on the EV, but I have a histogram just telling me that we have the right amount of data going in, which is cool. You have access to shooting look, what type of flat you want to use, stuff like that, recording format, the settings. You have a lot of things. You essentially have the entire camera in your phone. So yeah, if you didn't know about this, it's called the Creators app. I think it's available on. Oh, I got it from the Apple Store because I use Apple, but I'm pretty sure Google has it as well. It's a handy tool and everything. Look at this. You can even use it for focus, man. Like, it's ridiculous what this thing can do. Like, but yeah, if you didn't know, now you know, and then you can go back to. So this is if you're using the Creators app. So let me just show you what that does and how it's different from now. So in the Creator app, you don't really have a lot of functionality. So in the Creator app, you essentially have the basics that you need. It just shows you it's also good for just shooting yourself and seeing what you're doing, but you don't have access. I think you can control this shutter speed. You can control, once again, the iris from here, but you don't really get much. And then this is just for monitoring, so you can also do that, which is beautiful. So yeah, let's see the menu. Not much. The beautiful thing about this is you can use it for photography. You can use it on the Sony A7 IV. I think the control and other one is mainly just for people shooting on the FX line. I would have to confirm that for you. But yeah, essentially, I just wanted to make a video that highlights an important tool that is available and is for free. Well, technically, because you already bought a Sony Sony product, I don't think it's free. But like, yeah, you have all that functionality, and it helps when you cannot afford to buy a new screen and whatever. These things come in handy, and they also come in handy when shooting yourself. Let's say you want to take thumbnail photos and there's nobody there to help you. You can just use your phone, and that's that.